podcast party. Descent into Avernus.
My name is Painbearer Corbin Shiv. My friends and I are on our way to hell in order to save Elturel, the stolen city. To get there, we need to visit a wizard named Traxigor. A sage, Silvera Silvicus, is helping us get to Traxigor by arranging for us to fly to his tower on griffins.
You immediately sense the enormous muscular power of this beast, much more than any horse that you've ever ridden in your life.
Thank you, Silvera. Look out for my brother.
Oh, I will. Don't worry. We will see each other soon enough. I'm assuming the rest of you also climb aboard your griffins?
Oh, absolutely. I'm on that griffin.
Yes.
Yes, Corbin's gonna pat him on the neck and climb up.
Reya does as well. The five of you are amazingly shocked by the immense power and speed as these griffins take flight and head west out to sea, flying amazingly quickly up and up and up just below the clouds. And as you look back, Candlekeep looks no less majestic from the air, but grows smaller and smaller as the griffins soar westward. Let's see who this happens to. Let's roll a 1d4. Okay, this happens to Ofelia.
I knew it somehow.
First strike. It's a seagull. Seagull gets caught in the griffin's face.
No. As you all arch upward and upward into the sky, Ofelia, this close to its powerful back, the griffin spreads its wings fully to catch the thermals and drift upward. And your eyes stream with tears. It's literally like experiencing a song as you and your eagle-headed mount gain altitude rapidly, the wings angled to send you upward in a circle. You are plunging upwards through the clouds, and you don't even have time to yell before you have already passed through them, and you are now just soaked. You're sodden with dew from head to toe, and this is what being in a cloud is.
This is amazing.
Yes. Good news is that after you have all pierced the cloud cover and are now above it, you look down at the vast sea to the west. There is nothing as far as the eye can see but pure blue and green water. And the five of you are all aboard your winged mounts, maybe 20 feet apart. And the air is rushing through. It's like being in a beautiful, cold hair dryer. So to be honest, I don't think you're wet for too long, Ofelia. Your clothes dry out pretty quickly.
Well, that's nice. I guess they just got laundered, sort of.
Yeah, exactly. So after maybe 20 to 30 minutes of flying, you all see it. In the distance, a windowless, doorless stone tower. And you all sort of squint and then sort of quickly check in with each other as it seems that this actually seems to somehow float in the sky ahead. It's not in any landmass at all. It's actually in the clouds. And the griffins aim straight for it. They pass through jagged holes which are riddling the tower's conical peak and then land on the top floor. Below, you see a spiral staircase heading down, and all of them sort of shriek and waggle their heads and fold their wings inward to allow you to dismount.
Worth it! I stick both my arms up in the air. I climb down from the griffin.
Yeah, I climb down and I just sort of give it a half hug and say thank you.
The griffin looks at you and just goes,
I really needed that reminder.
who was carrying Slobberchops?
Oh, Slobberchops we left Slobberchops.
She stayed in Candlekeep with Silvera. Yeah, the intention was that she would go with Thomas.
Okay, cool. So maybe when Jezebel sort of walks back in with the tea, you just see a quick glimpse of Slobberchops looking out at the rest of you as you all get on your griffins and utters a sort of sad as you are leaving her behind.
I miss you.
I miss you most of all,
Yeah.
Slobberchops.
I didn't want Slobberchops to go to hell. There's the thing.
Absolutely. Okay. And now you guys are all on Traxigor's tower.
Yep.
So, one level down as you descend the spiral staircase, you see a cluttered chamber illuminated by various objects. You see continual flame spells have been cast. And scurrying about the room, you see an otter dressed in a tiny red cassock. And the otter is actually mumbling to itself. I don't know where I put it. Tuning fork, where are you, tuning fork? They'll be here any second. And then suddenly it takes notice of you and stands upright and says, they've arrived. Lulu, wake up, our guests have arrived.
My mouth is just hanging open.
Hello.
Greetings.
What is
I
that?
am so happy that I can't speak.
I mean, I'm just dumbfounded as well. There's been a lot today.
Sorry to disturb you. We're looking for Traxigor?
Yes, that's me. Hi, I'm Traxigor. Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you, sir.
Oh, don't call me sir. My father, you could call him sir, but you don't have to call me anything but just Traxigor.
Got it.
Hi.
Well, hello,
Yeah. You
Traxigor.
don't have to sort of fawn over me. I know
sorry.
I
I'm
have
sorry,
an honor.
yeah. I apologize.
No, it's fine. They come up to me, pet me or whatever it is. Listen. I like this form. It happened a long time ago. I just kind of prefer it.
Yeah,
to be honest.
I think it's great.
You want us to pet you?
No.
I can pet you if you want.
Most otters, they really don't like to be
Sure.
pet. To be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took all I had, but I controlled myself.
No.
That's okay. Listen, I kind of get things done around here. Lulu helps, of course, but where is she? Lulu! And he calls, and the doorknob that you see in this chamber turns, and you see the door open, and a floating pile of blankets comes through the door. And under the blankets, you hear a voice say, Yes, of course. Take those infernal things off of you, for goodness sake. And he hops up and with his teeth pulls the blankets off of this floating creature. You thought Traxigor took the cake. Holy moly. You see a small elephant with golden fur.
Say what?
Yeah.
Yes.
Lulu's about the size of a large beach ball. She's furry, she's golden, her
She's
eyes are
so
sort of white
cute.
and blue, and she has feathered wings sprouting from her back.
Or do you like to be pet? I ask Lulu.
You can just give me a big old hug. I like hugs.
Oh my God.
Ophelia immediately goes to hug her. She has never been more excited or filled with joy in her entire life.
It's a strange feeling, Ofelia, because as you pass within maybe about 10 feet of her and then go in for a big hug, you feel a warm, loving sensation, like you're being kept from all the harms of the world. And then you come in and you feel like you're just squeezing the softest, most loving plush doll that you've ever wanted in your entire life.
I whisper, you see that, Gargs? You should have tried that. Maybe people would listen to you.
I am waiting, and it's taking all of my self-control to not run over there, skip.
Get in here, Hylan.
Actually, that gives me an idea. While they're hugging it, I'm going to pull out my dreidel and just make sure they're not
Yeah.
hugging a devil.
Okay.
I don't care at this point. I'm in.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Okay.
Would gladly sell my soul to Lulu.
I pull the silver cord and spin it.
The dreidel spins in your hand. It goes past the undead. It goes past the fiend. And the celestial icon lights up with a pleasing whitish blue light.
I nod and smile and put the dreidel away.
Lulu, who is currently being hugged, her trunk splays out and you hear a tiny little...
Oh my God.
Oh, it farted.
Wow, Tal.
Lulu says,
So
I'm
rude.
Sorry, I do that whenever I feel real good loving.
Adorable. Lulu, how did you find yourself? You were in hell?
Yeah, Sylvira said you battled devils.
Oh yeah, I think so. I mean, I'll be honest with you, most of my memory is gone. The first thing I remember is, well, I told Traxigor, I might as well tell you. First thing I remember is waking up on the gritty and dusty plains of a place called Avernus. That's in hell. I wandered Avernus for a while, then I kind of hid in a place called the what was it called? Oh yeah, the Wandering Emporium. I made a friend there. His name was Mahadi. After that, I wandered down the River Styx for several years. And then, what happened next? I can't really remember. I know I escaped Avernus, but I don't remember how.
You also notice that Lulu's mouth isn't actually moving, that she's actually speaking telepathically.
Ooh. I try to say something back to Lulu telepathically. You really don't remember anything from that time?
I'll be honest. I know that there was someone in my life who I had it for a second, but I lost it again. But I don't know. I was told by Traxigor that am I here to help y'all?
I say to her in Celestial, Lulu, can you understand me?
Yeah, she responds back to you in Celestial, which she actually speaks out of her mouth.
Oh yeah.
I say, everyone, you're hearing Celestial spoken by a native.
Oh, don't think nothing of it, sugar. It's just the way I talk.
How did you ever come to be in Avernus in the first place?
I'll be honest, I don't remember very much. I just remember waking up there. I don't remember anything before that.
Well, it seems that we might be going there.
Oh,
Do you have any advice for us?
well, it's an awful place. There's things happening in Avernus to you that, well, it changes you. That's something I know for certain.
In what way?
It just makes you want to do bad things.
Reya looks at her and says, so your name is that really your name, Lulu? I would have expected something a little bit more grand for a celestial being.
Oh no, sugar. My name has always been Lulu, and I love it. And I love you.
And she sort of flaps over to Reya, who is sort of awestruck and a little bit uncomfortable as Lulu comes in for a big hug. And Reya is just like, her arms are stiff at her side, and she says, okay. And her arms come up, and she puts her arms around Lulu, and you see in her eyes, they begin to sort of well up a little bit with tears. And she says, this is something I really needed. Thank you. And Lulu just looks at her and says,
It's all right, sugar. You can cry if you want.
Now this is really interesting. I am enthralled by this touching scene that I am seeing. But I was told that you are here to actually go to Avernus. I gotta find this tuning fork, because without it, I can't cast a spell and you can't go anywhere.
Well, have you tried checking in the last place you remember having it?
Listen, sweetheart, I have lived in this house for about, 25 years. Everything that you see before you is my collection. I've looked everywhere, and trust me, as an otter, I can get places where you cannot.
I believe you.
Could we maybe make you a new one?
You got 100 gold of material spell components and about, 30 days worth of time?
We have neither.
Well, that answers your question.
Right, well, maybe if we helped you look?
Sure, by all means, you can split up and search the place.
Well, let's do it.
if you guys all decide to do so, Lulu sort of settles in next to Reya and starts talking to her. So Reya does not take part in the investigation, as clearly she needs a little bit of bit of talking, a little bit of a little softening right there.
Mm-hmm.
And Traxigor sort of hops up on one of his tables and starts looking through all of the different magical incantations that he's going to have to use in order to cast this plane shift spell. But if you would like, each of you can certainly make an investigation roll.
Okay. Ofelia rolls a 20, non-natural.
Okay.
Hylan rolled a 12.
Okay.
Renascence got a total of a 21.
Awesome.
Corbin is going to cast Detect Magic, and then he'll search around. And he rolled a 10.
Maybe it's because this place is just glowing with all kinds of magical crap that it's hard to find that particular item. But there is just, you've never seen so much stuff in your entire life. All kinds of spell components and rods and wands and devices. It would make the most important wizards of your time probably blush. However, those of you who rolled higher than a 15 on your investigation, which is Ofelia and Renascence, I would like you both to roll a D100.
The old needle in a haystack roll.
Renascence got a 70.
Okay.
Ophelia got a 33.
33. Okay. Of all of the things that you find in your search, you do not find, neither one of you actually find this tuning fork, but you do find some things which seem actually kind of interesting. It's almost as if they're sort of strangely calling to you. And you pick it up and look at it. Renascence, you find on this shelf a small packet filled with some kind of strange pink dust. And your hand sort of, it's almost like magnetically drawn to it. There's no insignia or any writing on the outside of this packet, so you have no idea what it is. Ophelia, with a 33, you find a glass vial. This is kind of gross, but it's filled with nail clippings.
Ew.
And first you go, ew, and then like something in the back of your mind goes, yes, ew, but useful.
How?
Exactly.
Am I able to discern that, or am I just like, I need this?
You feel like you need this for some reason. You don't know why.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll put it in my pocket.
Okay.
Mr. Traxigor.
Traxigor with a G. Yeah, that's fine.
Sorry. On this pink dust, I don't know why, but it just seems like something we might need.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've got a whole bunch of that in the back, but I mean, if you want to take it, that was my first sort of experiment with it.
You won't miss this dust.
Oh, no. It's just the dust of dryness. It's fine.
Oh, dust of dryness.
Yeah.
What's that do?
Yeah, you sprinkle it and, a little bit over water, and then it turns like a whole bunch of water into a single sort of marble.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. And then you take the pellet of the marble and you smash it against the surface, and then it shatters. And all the water that the dust absorbed, it just goes sploosh.
Ooh.
And it's a good way to sort of store water if you want to.
Interesting.
Whatever, it's cool. It's just water conservation.
Sure, I can have it.
Oh, yeah. Listen, dude, I've got a whole bunch of it in the back. It's fine.
Cheers. Put it away.
Oh, yeah, do me a favor. If you ever see like a water elemental, just don't even go there. Like, honestly, it's a bad idea.
Good to know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's going to piss it off in a big way.
Ophelia comes up with her vial and she says, what about this?
My gosh, that's amazing that you found that. Holy smokes. Yeah, like this is, it's in it sort of like, this is what you get when you got to sort of clip it a little finer than this. But, you get it from toe clippings and horn clippings and stuff like that. But this is it's called the dust of sneezing and choking.
Oh.
Yeah.
I assume if you release it, it will cause someone to sneeze and choke?
Yeah. It's actually for really great at parties, and it's a humongous gag because here's the thing. If you identify it, it would actually show up as a dust of disappearance. You get it? You throw it on next thing. Oh, I've just thrown dust of disappearance on me. I should be invisible. Instead, I'm sneezing and coughing and choking, and I'm it's hilarious.
That does sound fun.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that we may be taking a trip to Avernus soon, and I don't know that they've got a lot of water there. And this seems like I could use this dust to bring some water with me.
Yeah, sure.
If you've got a water source, maybe I'll just soak a bit of it up.
I mean, we're technically floating on top of a water source. The cloud is rife with it. Occasionally, there's some rainstorms that come out of the bottom, but I can't control that, really. Wherever the cloud goes, I go. But, that's that. If you want, you can just stick your hand out the window and suck up a whole bunch of moisture from the clouds.
Okay, cool. So I just rolled on this item, and it reveals that I have 9 pinches
Yes.
in this packet. So I will go ahead and use 5 of those right now.
Okay.
Each of them can soak up a cube of water, 15 feet on a side.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll just soak up 5 cubes of water, and I'll
cool.
keep the other 4 pinches just in case I meet a water elemental.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Cool item.
Okay. So that's that. Eventually, Traxigor sort of roots around and he says, "Oh, of course, there it is. It's always where you last expect it." And he picks up his enormous spell book with his teeth and flips it over. And there underneath it is a small golden tuning fork. And he says, "Okay, so I guess now it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with Lulu. You guys all ready to go?"
Everyone ready?
I guess.
As ready as we'll ever be.
I feel like we should maybe hold on to each other, hold hands or something.
Yeah, good idea.
Yes.
Or we stay together.
All right.
So we'll form a circle, I guess. Somebody can hold on to Lulu.
Oh yeah, you know who that is. That's Ofelia and Hylan. Ophelia's on one side, Hylan's the other.
Yep.
Right.
So yeah, Lulu flaps out in the midst of all the other 5 of you and says, "Well, it's a pleasure to join your merry little band. I guess I'll be of use to you somehow." And as she floats within 10 feet of all of you, you realize that there is this aura that she emits that makes you all feel connected and welcomed and protected by this tiny little golden elephant, this little ball of joy. And you know somehow, you're not quite sure, either within your own minds or hearts or maybe emitted by Lulu, that everything's going to be all right. And you all look at each other, hold hands, and Traxigor, with the tuning fork in his mouth, wraps it upon the table, and it makes an unearthly ringing as he casts his plane shift spell. And as the 6 of you start to squint as a tear is rent in the air before you, and you feel as if you're all painfully squeezed, as if your whole body is being sucked through a straw. You would like gasp or scream in agony if you could. You wish you'd lose consciousness, but then it just stops. And the air around you is arid and hot. And you feel the taste of something salty in your mouth. And as you all open your eyes, you stand shuddering at the memory of your passage and what now lies before you. Welcome to level 5.
Yay?
Woohoo.
Awesome.
Hi, everybody. The show will be back in just a minute for the second half. As always, we're offering free monthly online adventures with our Dungeon Masters. As you guys probably already know, these free games fill up quickly. So if you'd like to grab a spot, you should join our email list or our Discord server, and links to both can be found at cast-party.com. Do you ever feel like you have a great visual picture in your head, but you need a little help putting it into words? Well, the awesome description of Ophelia's Griffin ride in today's episode was brought to you by Describe. You can check out thousands of other monsters, spells, location descriptions, and more only at describe.com. That's DSCRYB.com. If you enjoy Cast Party, please follow the show, rate us, and leave us a review. We would love to hear from you. So message us on social media or email us at info@cast-party.com. Or you can follow us on Facebook at Cast Party D&D. Or you can check us out on Twitter at Cast Party 2. Or you can check us out on Instagram at cast_party. Thanks very much for listening. And now, and I love to be the first person to say this, back to our adventure in Avernus. You all look around and you see the ruined desolation of a city street. It is lined with buildings that seem crumbling, if not already collapsed. And the ground actually sort of shudders as if from an earthquake beneath your feet. In the red, smoky sky, a 400-foot diameter sphere of darkness discharges strokes of bluish-white lightning that strike the city at regular intervals. Perched atop a distant bluff, overlooking the rest of the city, is a crumbled fortress. Behind you, the tear in reality from which you have come, you see Traxigor standing atop his table with wide eyes. Clearly, he's never been here before. And he says, you guys might need this. And through the hot, stinging, wailing air, you hear him say, someone grab this! And he flings something through the portal. And it is some kind of a tube. It lands in your hand, Renascence. He says, best of luck! We're all counting on you! And the portal disappears in the blink of an eye.
Is that the companion?
And And yes, as far as you are aware, that looks like some kind of awful, distorted, malevolent version of the companion.
What's in that tube?
Look at it.
You open it, and out of the tube falls a rolled piece of parchment. And it seems to be a map of Elturel.
And we figure out where we are.
In the sky is obviously the companion. The city, however, is directly below it. And if we could see below the city, we would see that there are these mile-long, enormous, thick metal, maybe infernal iron chains that are literally pulling the city down into Avernus. And although you guys cannot see it, directly beneath the city is a dark mass of flowing liquid. Some kind of red-black river. Everything is ash and fire and lava and silt. And in the sky, you see floating a variety of strange, angular objects that are perhaps a mile tall. You don't even know what they are, but they seem to be some kind of structures.
We have materialized inside the city itself, right? So that all of that stuff is below us.
That's correct. Lulu looks around and says, "Oh my, this place is awful. I remember it well. I don't want to be here, but I guess we all have to do what we all have to do." And Reya is...
Yeah.
After that pep talk and that hug, she's just gone back to zero again. She's super disheartened. She sees Elturel in shambles.
I draw my sword and I say, everyone stick close together, keep your eyes open. We're looking for some sort of seat of government, something like that, like a capitol building?
Reya says, yes, High Hall Cathedral would perhaps be where they all are. I believe I could lead you there.
Great.
Renascence. You hear in your mind the voice of Gargauth, and he says,
"Ah, home at last. Witness me." Sorry. Let me say this a little better. Witness me. Shit.
Are you serious? That's all right, Gargs. I hear it happens to a lot of devils. Listen.
This is embarrassing.
Yeah, seems like we're gonna be sticking together for a bit, right?
Yes, quite.
Well, I'll call you if I need you.
Yes, appreciate that. Just, you know where to find me.
Sorry, everyone. Lead on, Reya.
Reya says, is everything okay?
Yeah, just a disappointing moment for Gargs, who thought that arriving at Avernus would free him from the prison of my shield, but turns out not the case. Still in there.
Oh.
Was that possibly going to happen?
Gargs seemed to think so.
Right.
But I figured a devil belongs in hell.
Right, yeah. So, I think it's this way. And,
I'm working with a 10 intelligence, you know? Feel free to stop me. I'm not stupid, but I'm not the sharpest knife.
Lulu sort of flaps around and she's, I think I remember how to do something. Hold on. And she places her trunk out in front of her, and on the tip of her trunk, a beautiful golden light appears. And she says, yes, I remember how to do that.
What is it?
Well done, Lulu. Keep trying to remember things.
Oh, yes, don't worry. It's a spell. It's called light.
Oh, yeah. And I hold up my hand and I make it in my hand.
Oh, you can do it too, darling. That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, maybe just put them out for now, just so we don't attract attention.
Okay.
But well done.
Right, put it out.
Okay. As you say, I hope you don't attract attention, you hear a scream from around the corner. You have one thing you can do if you want to declare it in response. You just hear a scream, a female scream.
Nearby?
Just like, ah! It's right around the corner from where you're standing.
Corbin will beeline it to her.
Yeah, I'd want to look.
Okay.
I'm not going to beeline.
Yeah, you run to the corner and you almost sort of like bump into this person, a woman. She's a human woman. She has 2 toddlers that she's holding by the hand. One of them is in her arms and the other one is a little bit older. She's sort of literally yanking it around the corner. She goes, oh my God, oh my God.
What is it?
They're after me. They're after me. Help me, please.
Who's after you?
Divine sense.
How far out does that go?
60 feet.
Okay. You quickly spin your dreidel. And within 60 feet, you detect 3 fiends approaching your direction.
All right, let's go in the opposite direction.
How far?
They are just on the edge, just 60 feet away from you.
Okay. Point 3 fiends that way.
Lulu says, are we going towards them?
No.
We're going to go away from them.
Yes.
We don't want to kill him?
No.
Keep this family ahead of us.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of fiends we're going to run into.
Okay.
I will fall back to the rear position.
Okay. Who's in front?
I think Reya is
Yeah, she's leading us, so yeah.
right.
Okay.
Okay, then I'll go in the back with Renascence.
Corbin will be in the front with Reya and the lady and the kids.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go in the middle.
Okay. Lulu is actually right next to you, Hylan.
Okay.
You turn the corner from where you are, and Reya says, no, not this way, it's a dead end. I remember this place. Oh, God. We're going to have to fight our way out of this. And you turn, and in the alleyway ahead of you, there is an awful, unearthly light, and a deep, gargling laugh as one of these creatures comes into view. You see this fiendish creature with mottled skin stands on 2 goat-like legs. From its chin grows a beard of long, wicked barbs, which seem to writhe. You remember this from the prison underneath Van Thamper Villa. And the creature clutches a deadly-looking spear in its clawed hands. You remember this one. It was wreathed in some kind of hellfire, but the steel is shining black like obsidian, and smoke issues forth from it as it breathes a gurgling laugh. And 2 others, just like it, fall behind. The only thing different between these 3 creatures and the one that you saw in the Van Thamper Villa is that these 3 creatures are wearing a dark gray plate of armor around their midsection with a very clear infernal rune of Z stamped on it. And as they meet your view and you meet theirs, they stop, laugh even more wickedly, and rush towards you. Let's roll initiative.
Woof.
Protect the family, watch out for the beards.
And these creatures are about 30 or 40 feet from you.
Renascence got a 12.
Ofelia got an 11.
Hylan got a 5.
And Corbin did really well and got a 4.
Oh my gosh.
Ugh, this
I'm plus 2, too.
is plus 3.
I will go ahead and assume that Lulu is indeed a combatant. Lulu rolled an 8. And Reya rolled a 6. All right. These 3 creatures, unfortunately, got a 17 on their initiative, so they're going first. So they charge down the road to the alleyway where you guys are, snarling and grinning the entire way. They will attack the closest one to them, who is Reya. 2 out of the 3 will. The third one will go for Corbin. These creatures have a multi-attack, unfortunately, so they will attack twice, once with their glaive and once with their beard. If you remember, their beard actually is sort of writhing and alive, and it actually can make its own awful attack. Against Reya, a 22, which will hit. Reya must make a Constitution saving throw. I don't think any of you actually got hit by this glaive in the prison, did you?
No?
I just remember this thing almost killed a number of us.
Yep, and now there's 3 of them. Ouch.
Great.
Reya failed her Constitution save too, unfortunately. So Reya takes 13 slashing damage, and you see this wound that she's taken. It's just like, it's fiery red, like the edges of it are burning, and it doesn't close, as if the wound is so grievous that she's starting to lose blood. So it's like a bleeding wound that's constantly open. So she will take 13 slashing, and Unfortunately, she'll have to take 1d10 hit points at the start of Reya's turn due to this infernal wound. And then it will attack with its beard.
It's a beard attack.
But Reya fends off the beard as it attacks with a 15 and misses. However, there's another one of these who will also attack Reya, also with the glaive and the beard attack. Misses with the glaive and misses with the beard, amazingly.
Great.
The third one will attack Corbin, also with the glaive and the beard. Swing with the glaive at you, Corbin. 21 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
12 slashing damage. Please make a Constitution saving throw.
Ouch. An 11. That should be good.
That is a fail, unfortunately. So you are also dealt a grievous infernal wound. At the start of your turn, you will take 1d10 hit points. The innate knowledge that you have is that you can take an action to staunch the wound with a medicine check to prevent the bleeding. It will also close if you receive any kind of magical healing.
Okay.
However, it still has the beard attack to take. 13.
Misses.
Awesome. Okay, that is their turn. We are up to Renascence.
I reach into my little flask of Shrine of Suffering holy water, and I sprinkle it over myself, Hylan, and Corbin, and I cast Bless on all three of us.
Thank you.
I will then charge past Lulu to get round to the front where Corbin and Reya are getting beat up, and I will move to flank one of the bearded devils with Reya. But casting that spell is my action, so there I am.
All right. Ofelia, it is your turn.
Ofelia runs forward, briefly squeezing right in next to Reya. She casts Fairy Fire and then steps to the side so she's standing next to Reya. DC 15 save.
2 out of the 3 rolled higher than a 15, but one of them did not.
Great.
Which one?
The one right in front of you, Ofelia.
This one is granting advantage.
Fantastic.
And he will shed blue light in a 10-foot radius.
Cool. Anything else, Ofelia?
I might as well give out a bardic inspiration. I feel like we'll all need it. Reya, I know that you're feeling sad because this city is not as you remember it, but don't forget, you are the one who can protect it, who can save it. You are going to lead Elturel back to the glory that it once was.
All right. We're moving on to Lulu. The little one who could. Lulu's like, oh my, I don't think I'm really meant for this kind of stuff, but I'll give it a shot. Beware, foes of good, I am here to destroy you. And she charges into the fray, her little wings flapping.
Oh my god, I love her.
And she levels her teeny little, maybe 7 or 8 inch tusks at one of the bearded devils and just rams into him. She goes, oh, it's gonna hurt. And Lulu attempts a tusk attack and rolls a 19. Holy shit.
All right.
The devil sort of cries out and swats away at Lulu, who flutters back. She's like, oh my, that was awful. I do not ever want to do that again. But you do see that she's done a little bit of damage to one of these creatures, but is probably of not a whole lot of use in this fight. However, it's worthwhile noting that the aura, this sort of golden aura shedding in a 10-foot radius around her, has moved forward around Corbin, Hylan, and Renascence. It is now Reya Mantlemorn's turn. Reya strikes out with her 2 sword attacks at the creature right in front of her with 2 hands. She definitely does take the flank, so she gets advantage. And worthwhile because holy shit, she just crit on 2 attacks.
Yes.
Yes, Reya.
Nice. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me do some
She
quick
was
math.
so inspired.
18 plus 12, that's 34 damage, Reya.
Wow.
Love and friendship.
Boom. Because she has a silvered sword, all of that damage went into that creature and it writhes in pain.
Yes.
Does Reya have one of those wounds that's bleeding too?
She does.
Yeah.
So it is the start of her turn. 1 point of blood loss from Reya. But that is it. She doesn't use her action to staunch the bleeding. It is now Hylan's turn.
Okay. I saw Lulu and I almost, without even thinking about it, my wings bamf out. I have a job to do here. And I just fly up into the air and I move to flank the fiend with fairy fire on it
All right.
across from Reya. and I stare down at it with my eyes now glowing blue, and that's my action.
Okay. Corbin.
All right, Corbin is going to look at Reya and go, Ilmata, and I'm going to cast Healing Word on her to stop that bleeding.
Alrighty.
She gets 5.
All right, very nice.
And that was my bonus action. And now for my action, he's going to say, Ilmata again. And he's going to cast Word of Radiance on the 2 devils closest to him.
All right.
So it's a Constitution saving throw, DC 15.
One of them fails, one of them does not.
The one who fails takes 10 points. The other one takes nothing.
Alrighty. A beam of golden light appears from your hand as you speak the word of radiance. It does it get blinded from word of radiance? Isn't that one of the things from it?
It's just radiant damage.
Okay, I'm thinking of something else.
I'll take it though if you want to give it me.
Nah,
That would be cool.
that would be cool. But unfortunately, I don't allow for cool things in my campaigns. Sorry, Andy.
Oh, well.
Fine.
All right.
And that's my turn.
All right. The fiendish foes. It is now their turn. The one that has been hampered with the fairy fire turns towards you, Hylan, and will strike out with its glaive and its beard attack. Glaive attack on you, a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
9 slashing damage. Please make a con save. Do you want to uncanny dodge that?
Oh, I have that now.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, sure. Why wouldn't I?
All right, you only take 4.
I swoop out of the way with my wings.
Okay, it just nicks your wing.
Okay. And I make a Constitution saving throw?
Yes, please.
That's a 13.
Okay, that makes the con save.
Great.
However, he also has a beard attack, which he launches in your direction with a 16.
That'll hit.
Okay, please make another con save.
That's a 17.
Okay, you make the con save from this creature's beard, which seems to sort of issue forth this greenish fluid, but you still take 5 piercing damage from the beard attack. The second of these devils launches his attacks at Reya. Hitting only once, this time with the glaive again. Oh geez. Reya takes 12 damage, and she makes another Constitution save from this grievous infernal wound. She critted the Constitution save with a 22.
Look at you, girl. That's 3 crits in a row for her, yeah?
Yes, it is.
In my house, the house rules are if that happens, you have to do a shot.
I'll do.
I realize that's not probably something you can do right now.
I don't have alcohol within 5 feet of me, so I can't, I would take an opportunity attack.
It means the listener.
The listener, you do a shot.
Well, if they want to, right? That's
Yeah.
not.
If you
It
want.
could be water.
We're
Just
not
do a
pressuring
shot
you.
of water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hydrate.
All right, and then the second of its attacks, also on Reya, scores a miss with an 11. All right, the third of these creatures will attack Renascence. First glaive attack on you, Renascence, is a 23.
That hits.
9 slashing damage. Please make a con save.
Okay, that is a 10, but hang on.
Yep, you are blessed.
No good. Total of 11.
Oh, that's unfortunately not it. The DC is a 12, as you guys probably figured out. So you will take, in addition to 9 slashing, an additional 9 slashing right now. Every turn, at the beginning of your turn, you will take a 1d10 damage until you either staunch the wound or receive magical healing.
Got it. So I took 18 just now.
That's correct.
Matt, you need to give Corbin 1d10. We forgot.
Oh, he got hit by the glaive?
In the first round, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. 6.
Thanks.
Question mark? Reticence, your turn.
We'll grab some rags from my pack and I will use my action to staunch the bleeding on me.
All right, very good. Anything else?
No.
Ofelia, your turn.
Okay, Ofelia will attack with advantage the glowing barb devil that she enchanted on her last turn with her silvered rapier. That's a 13 to hit.
A 13 will hit.
Yes.
So that'll be 4 piercing damage.
All right, you give it a big nick on the side of its breastplate and it slides in. Clearly you guys are using either enchanted or silvered weapons of some kind. These creatures haven't faced this kind of a foe before, so they have this sort of look of worry in their eyes. But hey, it's Lulu's turn. Lulu disengages and flies back. She's like, oh no, I'm not doing any of this.
That's for the best, yeah.
We understand, Lulu.
Reya takes her opportunity to launch 2 more silvered attacks.
Get him, Reya.
Let's see. Yeah, 14 and 16 both will hit. 23 total slashing damage at the one right between her and Renascence, bringing this one very low. This one looks like it's about to fall into a whole bunch of pieces. It's slashed all over its body. Hylan, you're up.
Okay. I'm still just looking at it with these blue glowing eyes, and I say, "We will destroy you." And I will shing out my psychic blades and stab him twice. That's a 17 to hit.
17 will hit.
That's 7 psychic and 9 sneak attack for a 16.
Very nice.
And the second hit. That's a crit!
Oh my gosh. Okay, so how much? Well, it's still a secondary weapon, but yeah, tell me how much damage do you do?
It's still a crit.
Too bad it wasn't on the sneak attack.
I know. That's 9 psychic.
Very nice. Double attack on this creature.
I do extra radiant damage because my wings are out.
Ooh, how much more?
5 radiant.
Okay. Corbin, have you staunched the blow on you?
Nope.
So you take 1d10 damage right off the bat.
Bring it.
No, don't say that.
Remember last time you said that?
Jeez. Yeah. You thought I would have learned. That's okay. That's 9 damage on you as you're starting to bleed. Corbin's at 11 hit points.
Corbin was in hell for 7 minutes.
Okay.
No.
Corbin is going to use his action to disengage
Okay.
and back off about 15 feet.
All right.
He'll just cast Healing Word on himself as a bonus action for 6.
All right. 6 points coming back to you.
Just wanted to say, I think technically, if he died here, he'd probably just stay here, right?
I'm curious about that. I guess we'll
Yeah.
find out if he dies.
I suppose. Well, let's hope he doesn't.
Let's hope we never get a chance to find out.
Yeah, you guys don't know any of that.
I'm wondering, you know how like if we kill them in Faerun, they just disappear and go back to hell.
That's correct.
I'm wondering if they kill us here, do we disappear and go back to Faerun?
And then we start the adventure all over again. Oh my gosh. All right. The 3 bearded devils make their attacks. The glaive is a 12.
Misses.
The beard is a nat 1. Misses you completely.
Yep.
The second attack is actually going to be on Ofelia. Ofelia, glaive to you. That's a 13.
Miss.
Awesome. The poisoned beard, however, snakes out and hits you with a 20.
Ugh.
Non-natural, though. So that's 6 piercing damage. Please make a con save.
That's a 14.
14 makes it. You're good to
All
go.
right.
No
All right.
awful poison entering your veins. The third
glad
one.
to hear that.
The third one will attack Renascence with his glaive, missing with an 11, and Beard misses with a 13.
All right.
All right, that's their turn. Renascence, it's now yours.
I duck the beard, pull out Heaven's Fall, and swing at its head.
Heck yeah.
Do you have advantage? That is a 26 to hit.
That
right.
will hit.
That will do 10 bludgeoning, and it is magical.
The 10 bludgeoning is enough to send this devil not only reeling, but it sort of looks at you and looks at its hands, and it just turns into a pile of fine ash. Not to black goop, it just turns into nothing. This devil, like all of its other fiendish kin, if it dies in hell, it dies for real.
All right.
And I don't even wait for it to fully dissipate. I just charge right through the ash, and I get behind the next devil over, flanking with Reya.
Yeah.
And I will take my second attack.
Heck
Yes.
yeah. Do it.
Also with advantage. That is going to be a 19.
All
That will
right.
hit. Roll your damage.
6 magical bludgeon.
Okay. You clunk him on the head real good with your Heaven's Fall, and it just sort of hisses. All of the beard snakes sort of turn in your direction, and you see just this awful thin line of blackish blood flowing down its head. Ofelia, it's your turn.
I will continue to stab the glowing devil with my silvered rapier, and I will have advantage. That's going to be a 23 to hit.
That will hit.
10 piercing damage.
Very nice.
How's it looking?
It's looking pretty messed up. It's not dead, but it's very close.
Good hit.
Glad to hear that.
Anything else, Ofelia?
That's it for me.
All right, Lulu forgoes her turn, just takes the dodge action. Reya goes and will strike twice at the foe directly between her and Hylan, now that she has advantage with it, hitting both times with a 14 and a 21, and doing a total of 17 slashing damage. And on that second hit, annihilates it, just swings, chops its head straight off, and as the head flies through the air, it turns to ash just like its brother.
All right.
Hylan, you're up.
All right, Hylan's going to fly over so that she is flanking the remaining fiend with Ofelia, and she's going to stab it twice. That's a 22 to hit,
That will hit.
5 psychic and 7 sneak attack for 12, plus another 5 radiant.
Woo, big hit.
And then a second attack is a 22 to hit,
That'll hit.
and that's 4 psychic.
Very nice. Not dead, but getting there. Corbin.
Is anyone still bleeding out?
I was, but I staunched
That's
it.
right. Renaissance did staunch it. No one else is bleeding.
All right. Corbin's just going to move up 5 feet, but he's going to keep his distance. And he's going to cast Sacred Flame on the devil. That is a dexterity saving throw, DC 15.
Fails with a 4.
13 points of radiant damage.
Okay. Does not kill this devil, but you just see like the last dredges of life in this creature as it's just pure instinct at this point and trying to eke out its last existence just to try to do as much harm as it possibly can. As it takes, potentially, its last turn. Yeah, it will go for the one who did it the most harm. That would be Hylan. So, Glaive to you first, Hylan. That's a miss with a 10. And
right.
Beard, that's a 20, non-natural. It gives you 6 piercing. Please roll your con save.
That's a 12.
That's enough. The DC was a 12. You don't have to worry about that nasty poison. Renaissance, it's your turn. Finish him.
Okay. Yeah, I swing at its jaw with Heaven's Fall. I hit it with a 23.
Yeah, that hits it with definitely with a 23.
7 bludgeoning.
Renaissance, you get the killing blow on the last of these fiendish foes. Tell me how you do it.
I crack it a downward blow across the jaw and just break its jaw and its 2 canines off, and it is ashes before it hits the ground.
Awesome.
I look at Renaissance, and I put my hand on his shoulder, and before the blue in my eyes goes out, I'd say, "The mace has found its master." And then my wings go back.
Fantastic. The woman and her children who you have helped looks at you and clearly expresses her undying gratitude. She just falls to her knees and says, "Oh, thank goodness you all have come. Oh, how can I ever repay you?"
Just stay alive. We're making for the cathedral. Reya, lead on.
Oh, I must come with you. Please,
Yes,
allow me
yes.
and my children to come with you.
Of course.
Stay close.
Okay. As the 6 of you, with Lulu flapping behind, make your way into Elturel proper, the broken remnants of this city floating over the river Styx in the first layer of hell, we see the crackling, bluish black lightning lancing out of what was at one time the Companion. We can only surmise that worse things are to come in hell. Thanks for listening. This episode featured Tal Aviezer as Renaissance, Andy Cannistra as Painbearer Corbin Shiv, Carolyn Fox as Hylan, Rachel Tamarin as Ofelia, and me, Matt Gordon, as the Dungeon Master. This episode was edited by Carolyn Fox and Tal Aviezer. Our original theme music is by Lauren Anker and Anthony DiMasso. Some sound effects in this episode are courtesy of Syrinscape. Remember, if you enjoy Podcast Party, please follow the show, rate us, and leave us a review. Thanks very much for listening. We'll be back in 2 weeks with the next episode.
Yay, we're in hell. Yay.
We did it.
I'm so excited to be in hell. I've been looking forward to going to hell.
Looks like we made it! Yeah!